and welcome to the Cowboys Can Fan Sunday Service.
Yeah, baby!
Woo. Ow! Is it still feeling good, guys?
I'm liking this. I love this tune, man. I can just dance to it.
All right.
I like that, man. So what is this? That's our third intro song we've ever used. We had what? The first was Big Hud. Shit, can we even say his name or are we going to get
We'll get
flagged?
We'll get flagged.
Which I did love that. The Big Hud song was a banger. It was a banger. And then we went to our current main event song, which at first I didn't like, and now I love it.
Yep.
And then I
agreed.
So you sent out 3 choices for the Sunday service intro song.
That's right.
I listened to all 3, and instantly the one that we're using right now, it just had that. Just had it.
It's got the vibe that we're looking for. It's a different vibe, but it's an appropriate vibe.
Oh, it's good. It gets you in. It gets you into it. Gets you ready. Gets you like I was kind of just sitting here, you know, scrolling my feed.
Oh, would you look at that?
And then as soon as that song hits, it's go time, baby.
Yeah,
it's go time.
It starts off Sunday right, and on these Sunday services, we're kind of patching together what this show is going to be like. But we're thankful that you come and join us.
Oh, there's another one. Crack if you got him.
Crack if you got him.
And I think we talked about not having the name Sunday service during season, but then last episode we talked about how it's so fitting that post game a Sunday service we have to either way if it's good or bad we
exercise the demons.
We got to get in here. We got to exercise those demons.
Hallelujah! Give me a hallelujah.
Oh,
I mean that's close.
I thought I still had.
Got rid of it. But hey, we do have it. What are we doing today, guys? We're days away from the actual NFL draft on Thursday, April 27th, and we thought we'd get together and finally put together our Cowboys Can Fan 2023 big board. You found it.
There it is.
He found it. He found it. So we're gonna. Nice. So and what we're doing here with the big board, we have now done 9 mock drafts to date. We basically are going to take every player that we've taken in these mock drafts, which I think for the first 3 or 4 mock drafts, it was only a 4-rounder.
Yeah.
Then we went up to a 5-rounder. But we're going to take these. How many players are we up to now, AJ? Like 40 or 50 something?
Well, you know what? I don't want to spoil the fun, but we will get to those fun facts. But yeah, it's upwards of 50 players.
And anyways, for our big board, we're going to be tiering those guys today, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be fun because, well, we have an extensive knowledge of these players, and it's going to be fun to kind of put them all. Actually, before we get into anything, I got to talk about our last draft, our version mock 9.
Yeah.
Which we all thought was probably one of our best to date, right?
100% it was.
We got fucking torn up.
Really?
We got torn up on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
What were some of the comments?
No, people were pissed that we didn't take a defensive interior, and we're pissed that we didn't take a wide receiver, and we're pissed that we took 2 running backs.
Yeah, the 2 running backs I can understand. The problem with it was you can't go out and not everyone's even going to read it enough to get the context of why we drafted how we did. But I felt that for what we're going to be doing today, it was the perfect draft. It added a bunch of new players to our kind of big board.
Into our arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. So, and at the end of the day, I was not upset with it. The only thing that I didn't love was I would never draft Vaughn. He's too fucking small.
Too small. Yeah, you hated Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn.
Hey, yo.
Nate Dogg in the house?
Nate Dogg's
Nate Dogg. The one I do believe going into this one, and okay, another spoiler alert, we will be doing our final 10th mock draft with just the Can Fanboys today. So we will be doing that. But today's, I do think we have to target a defensive interior lineman.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is we are unlocked. We have no rules. We've done our due diligence. We've gone through 9 mock drafts and probably 100 each
on the personal level.
Yeah,
I've done a few. I've done a couple.
What I think we can do right now is let's just go back. Let's reminisce. And Adam, let me know if I have this. If you're listening to this, this won't make sense, but that's why you got to come to the YouTube channel and watch this live. I have our drafts up here. I just want to make sure that you can see everything. Okay, if not, we'll fill in the bottom.
I think what I kind of like as we're talking through, and I'm going to go back between this one and this one, but I'm going to move it.
Was this the very first one we did?
This was our very first mock draft, and in our first mock draft, we traded back first in our first round.
Yeah, I actually looking at this. I mean, this is a while ago. I'm thinking Jordan, and we went up We traded up.
Well, we don't have to go through. I'm just going to go through these quickly, and we'll go through all
Yep.
the names on our big
Fair.
board sheet. But this is just to get a glimpse of what we're doing. So the first, I think, it looks like maybe 4 or 5 drafts here. Just kind of flipping through. This is where we went up to draft 5 here. So we did the first 4 drafts were 4 rounds, and then from 5 to 9 we did 5 rounds. So quite a few picks in this, and not as many double down picks as you would assume, because we always, even though we made that a rule on our last mock, we kind of always were like, but we picked this guy before.
Yep.
So, but there were a lot, like some names that of course popped up a lot were Zavala and Robinson. We drafted them a couple times, and so anyways, let's open up the document.
Yeah, it's there.
Do you not have like just play any soundbite for it? Boop, boop,
Oh.
choo.
How about this one?
There, that was one for you. The Cowboys Can Fan
I know
2023
that-
big board is up and rolling.
Well,
Here
there we go.
We were as we were going through all of our picks. I thought we were going to talk about them for a little bit.
No, well, we are right now. That was just to show. Like our 9 drafts, and now we're gonna go and look at how it broke down. But before we get into things,
Here I was on the fly setting the stage, and by the time I had everything lined up, we left it.
sorry. Well, I tried to say, but when Adam's in the zone, sometimes he just fucking.
Even with those headphones in, he's just on another planet
Yeah,
doing
you
his
got it.
thing.
I can't judge. Okay,
I can't judge either. I sit here and drink, so
so
I have no judgment at all.
So here we go. We got the Cowboys Can Fan big board. Here's some fun stats for us. Okay. So you asked how many
I did.
players we drafted. It's actually
49.
42 total players.
That's even with
drafted.
the 9th one?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
thought it would have been more
No,
than
this
that.
is like so we did draft players a couple times.
Great. So they, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
We traded in 8 of our 9 drafts and made 14 total trades. We drafted. Oh, what happened there? Sorry, let me get back out of this. We drafted 22% more picks than we had allotted. So through those draft picks, we ended up with 50 picks and
Getting that value.
up from 41. Our most drafted position was running back, 21% of our picks, and 28% of our total picks were in the 3rd round. So we were 3rd round
Interesting.
heavy. Yeah. We traded our first round in 67% of our drafts.
Which is pretty probably unlikely.
Unlikely. 6 of 9. But it goes to show that there is value in that move.
Yep.
So don't hate on it. And then 60% of our draft picks were offensive players.
Which I could see that also. I mean, that's nice breakdown.
Yeah, just some fun facts. Okay. Another way to look at it here. So apologize about the messiness, but we added players and I'm not really good at design. But the purpose here is to show you these are our 1st round, 2nd round, etc. through 5th round players. And just have a quick gander there. You can see who we drafted. I moved the player to the highest round that they were drafted at.
I was going to say, did we ever draft a player in, say,
Yes.
the 2nd and 3rd round?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Cody Mock, I believe Mock was one, and Chandler Zavala was another.
Gotcha. Yeah, because Mock, the first time we took him, I think we got him in the 3rd, and then he kind of jumped up boards.
Yeah. So,
That makes sense.
or actually, we got him further back in the 4th, I believe.
And then Dorian Williams, I'm pretty sure we took him possibly in multiple ones.
Dorian Williams, yes. Yeah. Yep. So, kind of a nice spread here of talent across all positions. And really, you look at down here, this is our position. This is our drafts by position. It gives you another perspective of what we're doing or what we were doing out there. So you can see heavy running back and a lot of heavier D-line than I thought we were going to do.
I like seeing that. That looks like it was our second. I like to see that the D-line and O-line we did try to target.
Yeah, and cornerbacks too, like you can see. So, and we added 3 potentially good quarterbacks in Clayton Tune, DTR, and Stetson Bennett. We had those guys all on one of those mock drafts. So, when I stand back and look at these, I think that we have a pretty good board. And don't forget Jake Moody over there, special teams.
Yeah, kicker Jake Moody on the kicker island over there.
We got EJ, Will McClay, Savage. Let me just say this. AJ has been killing these slides, and the work he has been putting in for it doesn't go unnoticed. Keep it up.
Hell yeah.
Let's not let it go to his head.
No, well, here's the thing. You can see how things are all screwed up. That's because, like I said, I don't really know how to draft, but it kind of gives it that quirky AJ vibe, Vape 10 vibe, right? So, yeah.
Okay, let's jump into the tiers then.
Now we got to tier our players. So this is where things get fun. We got to take our
Fun
players.
as in it's like impossible to. I can't even focus right now with so many names on there.
I know. So what I feel like we're just going to start from the left, move through each of them. And as we move through, we'll try to do this first round pretty quickly. And just first thing that comes to mind, if two of us agree, boom, that's where that player goes.
Yep.
And we can make these rules up together, but tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, it would basically be just figuring out your first option, second option, and third option.
So is tier 1 though, so you're saying it kind of round wise. Tier 1's like a round 1, or is it like
So it would
tier 1's round 1, tier 2's 2 and 3, and then tier 3's 3, 4, 5.
exactly, yeah.
You all right over there? You dying? Better not die on me.
Better not die.
And like you said, Anth, we could add a tier where we're like, actually,
if they just don't fit anywhere.
yeah, we just don't want this guy. So
Wait.
starting with Zach Charbonnet, of course, I'm going to say tier 1.
Tier 2.
Tier 2, add?
Tier 2 for Charbonnet.
Tier 2, just because for me, a tier 1 player is just a first round grade.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
that I think
Fair.
I think we're gonna take in the first round. That's all I'll say about that.
All right, Ivan Pace Jr., who wants to...
3.
3.
Yeah, he's a 3. He's a 3-er. He's a tier 3.
Good selection. Nice to have a linebacker on there. Osiris Torrance, 1.
1. He's a tier 1 for show. So this is going to be the first tricky one. Eli Ricks, I mean, he's kind of jumped all over the place, and he's kind of fallen out of grace a little bit. And just with I'm just going with what I've been watching and hearing, he's more than likely probably going to go between the rounds 3 and 4. So just because of that,
Yeah.
I'm putting him 2 because I like him better than that.
I'm fine with 2 because I don't see, even if he was a first round talent, I don't see that as a high need for the Cowboys. So I wouldn't be drafting him above. Well, if Charbonnet and him were there for the Cowboys, I'd probably go with Charbonnet.
Oh, you're taking Sharby for sure. 100%. But I still like I still think he could be a 3rd round pick.
You know what? He's in tier 2 for now. We'll come back to him.
We'll come back to him.
Travarius Hodges Tomlinson.
So again, for us personally, there's other guys size-wise that I would like to take ahead of him. So I'm not putting the player himself. I'm putting him in tier 3 for me.
Yeah.
Because I think there's other guys we would take ahead of him.
Adam?
I agree with Anth on that. Tier 3 for me.
Popping down there. Me too.
The reason he's just too small. He's too small. We kind of got the slot corner down already. So that drops him down for a tier for me.
Agreed. Cam Smith, cornerback out of South Carolina.
I'm going tier 2.
Tier 2.
I think he could be a second round pick, possibly 3rd round pick.
Agreed. Corey Trice. Adam.
Adam just likes his name.
Corey Obi Trice. I'd tier 3 him though.
He's a tier 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Tier 3 because
I like these deeper picks. Because we've gone through
tier 3
these
is
5.
not bad.
No,
This
exactly.
This is just so we know come draft day how we're going to be drafting these NFL players.
Yeah, exactly.
Moro Ojomo,
Defensive interior,
Texas. I like the dude, and I figure if we're going to pick a DI, he's probably a tier 2.
I agree. I'd tier 2 him. He's a Texas boy. He's growing. He's already got a fan base in Texas.
Yeah, we like that. Kobe Turner, as much as I'd love to put him in a tier 2 position, I feel like his draft value as well as the kind of secondary need at the position, and it's not a high need right now.
I don't even remember taking that guy.
Kobe Turner, I think we took in one of our last 2 drafts.
Yeah, I don't even remember taking him. As far as he was like in a fifth round for us. Fourth
round. He's a big dude. He has some NFL ready talent, but I think there's just some like technical issues and perhaps even just
Wake Forest. Do you like that? I like the name of the school, Wake Forest.
Let's just pop him into tier 3 because he's definitely below Morrow.
Things are starting to cultivate. Things are starting.
Nolan Smith.
Oh, tier 1.
He's a tier 1.
Tier 1.
I didn't see when we went through our picks. I didn't see that one.
He was
the very first.
he was
draft.
like in our very first draft.
So I don't-
Remember, we were like, this guy,
That's what I mean.
Harry Potter, and then literally the next day was the combine, and he fucking
when
dogged it.
AJ went through the drafts, I don't remember seeing him.
Whoa.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is. Second
draft,
one.
Second draft.
You can't
Yeah,
just
sorry,
you can't just do that. You can't just listen.
Nolan Smith's definitely got himself
Coordinate.
up to possibly a top 15 pick. If he falls to 26, the Cowboys are going to have a big decision to make because he's obviously he's a tier one, high tier.
Is he
tier
a
one.
guy you would trade up for?
No, just because his position, right?
Position,
The edge alone. So he's probably a guy that if he falls out of the top 15, there will be teams that are looking to trade up to get him though.
I think AA edge out of Northwestern. He's a tier 1, man. He's a big dude. I know that he's going second round, but that's just where my head is at.
He's fringe for me. We can throw. I'm going tier 2. I'm going tier 2 just because, like I said, tier 1 to me is like
Yep.
guys that I think we're taking at 1, which I
Yeah.
don't think we take AA at.
I
at 1
agree.
at
I
any
don't
time.
think we're taking an edge at 1.
Tier
and
2.
this is such a deep edge draft. There's
Well,
like
you got next
seems
right
like
here,
it.
Thule, who we like, tier 2 him for me, baby.
Tier 2?
Yeah, this guy's a warrior. I think he's gonna have a good career.
Siaki, I mean, that could be a tier 1.
You think do you ever think in any realm the Cowboys are taking him in the first?
Well, let's also keep in mind there's 3 aspects I think we should look at. Our board here, Cowboys needs, and then NFL draft.
I'm going tier 2
position. Tier 2, okay. Add.
because he's slipping to the third. He's slipping to the third in some mocks.
Well,
Yeah.
for our
Fair
board,
enough, fair enough.
for our board, it's like, I kind of want to put people up there that I'm like, if we're taking them first round, these are the guys that we go to, and then we'll go. We should rank in order for tier 2.
Well, that's what we can do after we kind of
Yeah.
get them. We can then
this is
just
so-
to get them in a tier, and then we can kind of go.
No
what
one's
we do.
no one's gonna be hanging.
I don't want to take in a defensive interior in the first round.
What if it's like Callagier? I mean, that's a guy that we never ended
don't
up
think we
taking,
did, yeah.
we?
No.
Which is crazy. Maybe he just never fell to us when we were drafting. I don't think he ever fell because he falls to me all the time when I'm mocking myself. But we didn't even.
If he did,
I don't think he I don't think we drafted him a single time
If he did, we had someone else there who we were thinking of.
because he's probably him and Breesy are probably the only two guys that if they fall to 26 at defensive tackle that the Cowboys will take.
Just a quick, Stephen White says, "Hi y'all, cheers cans."
What up,
Cheers, brother.
Not like the real Steve-O, but like our Steve-O, you know?
Hey, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Thank God it's not the real Steve-O.
And then Nate Dogg says, "Should we bet on who picks Moody first, San Francisco or your team?"
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Okay.
We should.
Shot a screech.
Shot us. Well, Nate,
Loser.
3-1.
I don't think you have to bet Nate to take a
No,
shot.
yeah, you don't.
No, but it's 1 for each of us or 3 for him.
Oh, okay.
See if he takes
Okay.
it.
See if he takes it.
Noel Sewell, tier 2.
So
Maybe even tier
I'm
3.
I'm going 3. I'm like he was someone that I was high on it at the start, but he's kind of slipped down too. So I'm going
agree.
tier 3. But even if you got him tier 3, it'd be a great pick.
Yeah, totally.
I'm fine with him in 3.
Aubrey Miller, borderline off this board.
Yeah, he's a tier 3, and we
Put
probably
him as a tier 4.
we probably took him higher than he'll go.
Yeah.
Jake Moody's obviously same thing. He's off the board right now.
Parker Washington, tier 3, in my opinion.
I think a tier 3 also.
Add? No preference?
Yeah, you can keep him at 3 for me.
Tank Bigsby, borderline tier 2, probably a tier 3 in this draft.
Yeah, he's got what we want at running back. He's got the size. He's got all the intangibles to be a good pick. But I still think he's a 3. Like a tier 2 for me, I think Charbonnet's probably the only tier 2 quarterback on the list. Even with
running back.
halfback,
what did I say?
Cornerback.
I meant to say running back. Yeah, Schoonmaker tier 2.
Yeah. Agreed.
I wouldn't mind him at 2. Dorian Williams, this is a tricky pick here. He could, I think, a 3 again, though. I think Dorian Williams is probably a 3. He's small. He's a tackle machine, but he's just not, I don't think he's a day 1 starter in the NFL.
He could be a tier 2. We'll come back to him. Sam Laporta.
He's a tier 2.
Yep. Him or Shooms
Or
Schoonmaker.
And this is another Andrew Carter. He's a tricky one, too. I think you could put him in tier 2 or 3, but.
This is our tier 3 stack. I think he's got to go tier 3.
Okay, throw him in there. We only have two tier 1 guys.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's how it should be. I think that's how it should be.
Yeah, we're going to be coming up on some guys.
I think
here.
Vaughn's fringe off board.
Yeah, put him down here.
Jordan Addison, tier 2.
Yep.
But if you could get, I mean, someone's probably good. I don't want the Cowboys to take him at 1, but he is I think he's a tier 1. He's gonna go in the first round.
He is a tier 1 in that regard, absolutely.
Michael Wilson, big-bodied wide receiver.
Probably a tier 3.
He's a tier 3er.
Okay, so hang on. I'm just going to reorganize these a little. Make some room.
Make that room for you.
Is that your fucking...
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
There we go. Okay. And then I'll put the tier 3 here.
I like it.
Okay.
Look at that. Now we're jiving.
All right. Nathaniel Dell.
Deep in my loins, I want to reorganize this.
Oh yeah. Don't worry.
Dell, this is another guy who's kind of polarizing.
Tank Dell?
I'm saying tier 3.
I say 2.
AJ, you're the deal breaker.
3.
All right.
The size. I'm a size queen.
He's a size. Yeah,
here's a cup. Here's a tier 1. Mayor is a tier 1.
Tier 1.
And I could see the Cowboys are linked to him.
Devin Akan, he's
A chain.
borderline
He's 3.
borderline off. We're going to drop a couple of these guys, I think. Eric Gray.
Don't even remember
Don't
taking
even
him.
remember taking him. It's gotta be
Just
tier
delete
3.
him. Just delete him.
No, we gotta save him because in case we
Tajay Spear, both these next guys, Dwayne McBride, Tajay Spears, both tier 3. Both are good players. Yep. I would rather have Dwayne McBride personally. Obviously, Bijan Robinson is a tier 1. Roshan Johnson is a tier 3.
Tier 3, I think he could be pushing tier 2.
You think he's gonna? I don't know.
Well, because he's Texas backup. No, we'll keep him there for now. We'll have that debate after because we'll pick the players to debate.
And these quarterbacks are tricky also. Like, you don't know about these quarterbacks. Are they someone going to reach on them? For me, I think all the quarterbacks that we took are tier 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
As much as I love DTR, I think if someone gets him in the 3rd round, it's still great. It's still a great pick in my opinion.
Clayton Tune, Dorian Thompson, Robinson, and Stetson Bennett are all tier 3 players in the CanFan.
Yeah. Sorry, just
Big board.
Just moving this over because
We're seeing some. For those of you who are tuning in, you can. And Nate Dogg says it's a deal. For those of you tuning in on the show, you'll notice that this is some live reorganization that's going on here.
I think Ulu
Double O?
Double O is center from Michigan is a tier 2.
Yep.
If we got him, I'd be pretty happy, but
I think he's a tier 2, eh?
EJ wants to know, is tier 2
he's
like
above tier 3 in my opinion.
EJ's asking, is tier 2 like a day 2 player or a round 2 player?
It depends between 2 and 3.
So tier 2 is definitely taking in the factor of where we think they're going to be drafted, but it also includes what we think is important for the Cowboys' needs, as well as on our own board here, how we rank them. For example, if we look back on this and see someone who is in tier 3 who we would draft above tier 2, then that can't be. We can't live with that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think right now we're doing a good job, and that's not the case. There's a few things.
All 3 quarterbacks could just stay there because they're at tier 3.
Yeah,
Scruggs tier 3.
Yeah,
Zavala tier 3.
Ooh, I think he's a tier 2 boy. But okay, Mock tier 2.
Yeah, Mock's tier 2.
Mock's tier 2.
Then Mock's over Zavala. That makes sense.
And then
Avila.
I could see him being a Cowboys pick. So
He's got to be tier 1.
Yeah, just because I could see them taking him. And then Riley Moss tier 3.
Yeah.
So just those of you who are looking at this clutterbug of our big board, this is all players that we've drafted in the last 9 drafts.
Yeah, no other players on here unless they made it into a CanFan mock draft. So these are all players that we have actually taken. They're not just we didn't just pick a bunch of random. Well, I guess we did just pick a bunch of random players. But yeah, these are all players that we actually took during a mock draft, and now we're basically just tearing them out.
AJ, why don't you do like you got enough room there? You could probably do tier 4 and just shrink all of their names very small.
I am. I'm just fitting that in here. So I'm gonna pop them right down in the corner.
Yeah, because tier 4 would definitely.
I mean, some of those QBs I'd kind of maybe put in tier 4 for us.
Oh, for sure. DTR's tier 4.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Noah Sewell's tier 4.
Hey, fuck you.
Who else would be tier 4 out of here? Yeah, I mean, Jake Moody's definitely a tier 4. Aubrey Miller Jr. tier 4. Deuce Vaughn tier 4. So tier 4 is definitely.
No, we're adding it. This is the beauty of of Canva. Is this an advertisement? It might be. Correct. I need to get another crack.
Crack him if you got him, son.
Crack him if you got him. All right. Okay. So we're adding another layer here. Let's shorten up our tier 3. We got a I like tier 1.
Tier 1's good.
Tier 1's great. We got Osiris Torrance, Nolan Smith, Jordan Addison, Michael Mayer, Bijan Robinson, and Steve Avila, who is definitely that border player.
Yeah, he could arguably be a tier 2.
Parker Washington is a tier 1, says EJ.
That's wild, EJ, and you know it.
Cowboys 100. This is okay. So this is for the Cowboys fan. There's just no way in hell the Cowboys draft Parker Washington in the first round.
Yeah. And not above Jordan Addison.
Tier 1 is guys that the Cowboys crack me if you. That was a good one. Crack if you got him. Tier 1 is strictly for guys that the Cowboys will possibly draft in the first round. And I do not think Parker Washington is that guy. I just don't think they're going to take him.
But send us an argument for him moving up to tier 2 and we can talk because I don't think we got a wide receiver in tier 2.
Oh, he goes, I'm kidding. I just like the kid as a sleeper.
Which is sweet. Scoot, I mean, tier 2. I'm feeling pretty comfortable tier 2 right here, guys, to be honest.
Kahuna says, don't even know if Addison will fall to 20, let alone 26.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. There's a very weak wide receiver class, so somebody's going to reach and take him. Someone's going to reach and take Addison 100%. We actually, the only way we got him in our mock draft, we traded up to 16 to get him. So.
Okay, so tier 2 here is these 2 columns. Looking good.
I like tier 2. There's a lot of good players in tier 2, man. And a lot of players that would help the Cowboys right away.
Does anyone want to try it since it starts with a hard name?
Which one?
Tier 2. It's got
Olusegun Oluwaditimi.
Then Cody Mock, Sam Laporta, Siaki Ika, Luke Schoonmaker, Zach Charbonnet, Darlin Charbonnet, Eli Ricks, Cam Smith, Moro Ojomo, Double A, and Tuli Tui Pulotu.
And then tier 3 is just inflated. So let's get through. Let's check it out. What do we want to get? We gotta whittle down tier 3 here.
Let's whittle it down by at least 5.
Okay.
5 to tier 4. So Dwayne McBride, solid tier 3.
In my opinion, yes.
Tajay Spears, I would drop down.
He's a tier 3 for me.
Tier 3. Okay. Eric Gray.
I don't even know him, so I'm just saying tier 4, because I don't even remember talking about him.
Nathaniel Dell, I'd tier 4 him.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't like the guy. But let's go through and then we'll come back to because we might not need to. Ivan Pace Jr.
He could be. I could think he could be fringe 4.
Trevius Hodges Tomlinson, tier 4.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, throw him. I like it.
I would take Corey Trice over him.
Okay.
Say it again. Say it again.
Corey Obi Trice.
Yep.
Corey Obi Trice. Corey, stay at 3rd, I would say. Kobe Turner, I like him, but I can see if you guys want to drop him to tier 4, he's probably a 4th or.
I don't even remember the guy again, so I'm just putting him tier 4 just because of that.
I feel like we drafted him on the same one as Corey Obi Trice. Can we get confirmation on that?
Yes, that is true.
Okay, so that's a confirm.
Let's see where we got him here.
Wait.
I do like the fact that
There it is.
Okay, so he's around 4, so he's fringe 3, 4, and he was an A. We got an A.
We got an A at him on 4, so that makes him a tier 2.
And
tier 3. I mean.
Eric Gray was around 5. That's why I don't really remember that dude.
Yeah.
That was a lot of picks in that draft.
Yeah, we did good. Yeah.
I love it when we Costner it, you know?
Let's just keep him there for now, move on, because we got a few other guys. Roshan, definitely tier 3. Roshan Johnson, I think, like, just with his potential.
Oh, definitely a tier 3. And this makes sense that most of these running backs are projected to go between 3rd and 5, right? Like, a lot of the running backs that are set to get on a team and really help out are expected to go between rounds 3 and 5. So sitting right in tier 3 is a perfect spot for all those guys.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Juice Scruggs could be a 4.
Scruggs could be a 4. He goes late. Also, I think and Andre Carter the second from Army, Dorian Williams, and Noah Sewell. We got to pick one to go to 4.
I think Sewell.
To 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
I think Sewell would be the one.
And then
then Scruggs. And
that's good.
I think that sets up pretty good.
Yeah.
EJ saying Johnson is the back I want in later rounds. Roshan?
He's possibly going to be there.
Yeah. If the Cowboys don't line up with anything and they make it good draft because we know that they will. And then he shows up in the 5th. And we haven't taken a RB or 4th or 5th. I'm happy with that. Okay.
There
I like
it is.
these tiers, guys. Pretty good.
Tier 1, 2, 3, 4. That 4th one was key to put in.
Yes.
I definitely think it just gives that separation a little bit because it's saying now. And tier 3 is probably going to be your value round. Like tier 3, if you get a guy that ends up being a Pro Bowler out of that round, that's probably the biggest spot that if you get a guy that's decent in that area, he's going to end up helping your team the most.
10! A 10! A fucking 10!
Gentlemen. Yeah, and I also agree we probably could have dropped a QB down, but if one of those three, this isn't 3rd round necessarily, right? Tier 3, it could be a 4th or 5th,
right?
Like, depending on how that breaks down. So,
well, yeah, because tier 4 is
definitely
possibly
6 and 7.
Yeah, it's
or
possibly
undrafted.
not even drafted, right? So 3 is a very broad range.
Yeah, but tier 1 and 2, we expect those guys to go in the first 2 days.
So, when we are not when we're drafting right now, but on draft day,
movie?
No, on draft days, are we going to? We're not going to just delete players off. We'll like strike a name through them if they get picked off of our big board.
You just put a check mark.
yeah, or we
something.
can change their color.
Yeah, that's.
We'll see what's the easiest option, but we'll do something that signifies that they are.
Ooh, you know what we could do? We could have a bunch of because we already have them loaded up. You could put a nice little helmet logo right beside their name, who they got drafted by.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well, we'll figure something out.
Yeah,
He doesn't like it, but
so it's just a lot of work.
good thing we got time.
I think the color. I think the color change is fine.
All 36 fucking logo.
They
or
they
32
they
logo?
they changed to green. If once it changes.
Okay.
Yeah. We can just change them to. We can change them to the color of the team.
There you go. There you met both in between. No, it has to be it has to be their primary and secondary colors. Okay,
Yeah.
so you need two colors.
Yeah.
and each
division.
it's got to go
Yeah,
letter switch.
Yeah, I know. I remember I used to do that in MSM Paint. And
So what do you guys think about? I like this. I like this big board.
Dudes, 51 draft picks. What was it? 42 NFL players, 41 NFL players, or potential NFL players, NFL draft prospects. I'm really happy with what we did. And funny enough, we started this. What?
Sorry, I'm laughing at Chad. I was going to wait till you're done.
Okay, so
but now that you stopped, I'll just say it.
Okay. I won't finish my point then.
Yeah, well, you stopped, so you gave me the in.
But
Kahuna says it'd be funny if we draft, and I can't even say their names. Ada Tawami or Tulu, just to see you guys struggle to pronounce names. That's what I was laughing about.
Double A.
Yeah, double A or double O, or even double O. Sorry, go ahead.
that's okay. Well, we can probably head into the draft now.
Well, here's a contestant, a contestant on our picks here. EJ Savage is saying Achan tier 4 question. I think he's a fringe tier 2.
Who?
Achan.
Oh, see, that's what I thought too. I thought a chain.
Really?
A chain? Yeah, he should. I think he should be tier 3 personally.
He's saying fringe tier 2.
Well, Adam.
I mean, I'm happy with.
Fringe tier 2.
Yeah,
Wow.
fringe tier 2. Like he should straddle.
He's a
through.
burner. He's probably the fastest running back in the draft. He will go in the 3rd round for sure. He'll go 3rd round is my guess.
Oh, it was so long ago that I can't
But
remember
hey-
any of his highlights.
But hey, I like being spicy because then if he does go in like the 5th round, then we look like fucking geniuses.
We also have 3 running backs already.
But that's expected.
4 running backs in the tier 3.
But that's probably what's going to happen.
true.
Right? Like that's where the meat of the running backs are going to go, and all those guys. Like a chain, I think's ranked the 6th or 7th top running back in the draft. He's actually probably in most boards and most lists, he's probably ahead of McBride and Spears.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't hate.
He's some people's 3rd.
I wouldn't hate switching out Spears for a chain.
I'd do that.
I know AJ's game with that.
Absolutely. I do not
AJ
like
has a
Spears.
vendetta against Spears a little bit.
Get him off my field.
And
There.
imagine if Tajay gets drafted by the Cowboys. That'll be the first time I see AJ really disappointed.
Well, it just has either of those guys, a chain and Spears. They don't make sense for us to draft them. They're too small. I don't want a small guy. I want a Bigsby. I want a Roshan Johnson, a Dwayne McBride. I want a big dude, right? I don't want one of these little scat bats.
I bet you say that to all the boys.
Man, that's been a while since we've
I haven't heard that one in a fortnight.
I'm just gonna go take a quick piss and then we can hop into it. I think we do 7 rounds.
Okay.
Discuss that.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the 7, even if we do, and then that's good because then we can just add those guys to the big board too. So we're gonna hop into our mock draft version 10 here once AJ gets back from twiddling.
Are we allowed to draft on players that we haven't drafted before?
Yeah, fuck yeah, we can. There's no rules.
This is like now that you guys have done 9 drafts with professionals, drafters. You're out here on your own. Training wheels have come off.
Yep.
It's just us here. It's just Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and Mike McCarthy.
We locked Will McClay out of the room. We locked Dan Quinn out of the room.
Disappointed that Mike McCarthy is not wearing his draft hat today.
I know. I actually wanted to buy. I was looking at the store at the local mall for the new draft hat. Can't find it.
Hey, but here's the thing: we're not allowed to buy draft hats unless we're at the draft. That should
Bullshit.
just be the real.
Bullshit. Well, technically speaking, I bought my draft hat when we flew back into Bellingham.
Same day. Draft. It was day 3 that was on.
It was, yeah.
So
we didn't even watch day 3 last year.
No.
We were flying.
Was there merch available there?
Yeah, but
it
it's
was,
sold
like,
out.
sold
All the
out,
Cowboys shit sold out. You couldn't find the draft hat.
I got this at the
Lids
I got this at Lids in the mall there.
in the shops or whatever they call it in Vegas.
Miracle Mile.
Miracle Mile, if you will.
Some guy led Adam down a corridor and
Yeah.
said, "Hey, come to my
hat shop.
It's
I
like
was
that-
like, we shouldn't follow that guy. It seems a little weird. I don't know. He's got draft hats.
Yeah, why is it spelled the NNFL? The Dallas Cowboys is only spelled with an L. Is that true?
The NEL.
1 L? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to let me just make sure that looks good for you there, sir. I want to preface this. Jerry's coming in aggressive.
Okay.
He's coming in he's not personally going to be making aggressive moves, but if you guys want to be aggressive, he's going to be game. He knows we got a window here, and in these first 2 rounds, if we can snatch 2 season starters, game changers right away, day 1, Jerry's on board and is willing to give up a little to
Like
get.
day 1, what do you mean? You're trying to get a second pick in the first?
No, I mean, if we need to move up in either the first or second round, and it could be later on, but I'm assuming what Jerry's looking for is a day 1 starter, game changer, who's going to be able to come on and make an impact on the field
Gotcha.
right away. Because, and if that's available, Jerry's willing to give up a little bit more.
This is my first time being in studio for a draft, I think.
No.
Yeah. I'm almost positive I've been out of town for every single one.
Yeah, because we did ours.
I've
that's right.
never been able to see the screen. I'm always always
right in there.
and squinting at the fucking thing.
Anth goes full savant mode on it, and like,
No, this is nice. I like this. I can actually see. So we're gonna do a full 7-round mock here. First round, we're gonna go slow. You got it on turbo, so that's gonna fly.
I'm gonna go right slow.
Go right slow. Okay. Here we go, baby.
And
Mock version 10, son.
No rules, but we gotta keep it realistic.
Right.
We can't just blow away our
And we're not going to just trade rounds from next year just to get picks.
just if it makes sense, if we can make an argument that it would make sense, we can, but we can't just give away our first round next year.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I'm kind of nervous.
Are you? Are you nervous a little
It's our
bit?
final one, baby.
final
Let's
one.
hope the fucking cards roll in our favor.
Bryce Young goes off the board at 1. CJ Stroud 2 to the Texans. The Cardinals pick Will Anderson Jr. Anthony Richardson to the Colts. Jalen Carter more than the Seahawks have been taking Gonzalez the last couple times. Tyree Wilson to the Lions. Hey, pause it. If Jalen Carter falls to out of the top 10, we should go get him.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, if he falls out of the top 10.
If he gets past Eagles,
Yeah, if he gets past the
Okay.
Eagles.
Over Bijan?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Jalen Carter, if he falls out of the top 10, we should trade up for him.
it's bold, and
He's
I
going to
like
go he's not going to fall out of the top 10. There's just no way. But if he does, oh man, the Eagles are going to take him for sure. Oh, get ready to pause it. Oh,
Jalen Carter to the Eagles.
Jalen Carter. That would be terrible. I honestly, if he falls out of the top 5, I think a team's going to trade up to go get him.
Yeah.
If he falls past the Detroit Lions, someone's going up to get him.
Well, that's a huge pickup for the Eagles.
Why do you think he'd fall so late, though?
Because he had that incident where his best buddy got killed in the car accident. So they don't know what's going to happen to him.
They're saying that he won't go past Seattle, though.
I don't think he'll go past. I don't think he's going to fall past 5. Seattle, I meant to
What are
say
you
that.
guys talking about? We just saw it. It just happened right in front of your very eyes.
Sorry, Dad. I'm just
We're going to deal with that monster for years to come.
That's what I mean, though. If he falls past Seattle, I imagine someone's trading up.
EJ Savage just gave a hot take. There's some whispers about Carter not loving football as well.
Ew.
I don't like those whispers.
No. But does he like money? He's going to get paid by someone. All right. So
Continuing?
Well, yeah. What do the Titans take Bijan Robinson here with
if they get Bijan and they trade out Henry, that could happen.
So let's see what they got here. Man, I thought we were trading up, boys. I did.
Broderick Jones.
That's a good pick.
Good pick.
Paris Johnson Jr., couple tackles off the board now. Oh, three
in a row.
3 tackles.
Darnell Wright
would be a great pick.
Okay, pause.
JSN.
So JSN just got picked.
Yeah.
Bijan's still on the board. We're not feeling it?
I don't think we move up outside of 20 to get Bijan. I like him at 26. I love Bijan at 26. But I also, at that point at 26, I'd rather move back and get like Jamar Gibbs and try to pick up another second round pick or something, you know?
Do you love him at 20?
We'll pause at 20. If he's still there at 20, we'll start taking a little.
Yep. Jerry likes that
Taking
because
a little peek.
Jerry also loves the idea of trading back the first to pick up an extra one.
Especially if you trade back in the, like how we fleeced the Eagles.
Yeah.
Last draft. That's huge.
Trust me, I've had dreams of it since.
The Packers are going to go with Nolan Smith, edge out of Georgia. Washington takes
Bijan! There he goes.
gone.
Damn it, we got to deal with that for the rest of the 4 years.
Deontay Banks, Joey Porter Jr. to the Lions.
Dropping a little.
Mayer, first tight end off the board before Kincaid. Miles Murphy to the Seahawks.
Forfeited pick. So
Addison at 21. It's a good pick by them. Lucas Van Ness to the Ravens. Calijay Cansey to the Vikings. Zay Flowers. Emmanuel Fort. Hey, so we got
some picks.
Ooh, okay.
Wow, Quentin Johnson.
I know. I honestly think
Dalton Kincaid.
QJ.
Cyrus Torrance. Here's what we do.
We could trade back here and pick up. Okay, let's pick 3 players here.
No, yeah, okay.
Quentin Johnson, Dalton Kincaid. Actually, there's probably 4. Will McDonald and Osiris Torrance are all picks that we could take at 26. So let's trade back just far enough that we'll get one of those guys.
And here's Jamar.
And Gibbs even if somehow any of those guys are all gone. So who's trying to trade with us right now?
No one that we want to trade with. Washington at 47
tough.
and Tampa Bay at 50.
That's tough. So we might have to.
Bills could trade, but we're not going to get much for them. I think the next best option on this is actually the Steelers.
Oh, I don't like it. It's too far. We're not going to get. If we go to the Steelers, we possibly miss out on all those players. I'm thinking we either trade to 29 or 30. Those are the two, because that way we get what we want no matter what.
Yeah, they're not interested in trading.
Then we're just pick. I think we just have to pick here.
Yeah, let's pick. Okay. Because we can't trade that far back. We're going to miss out.
Oh,
so think of needs.
Guard's so nice here, but
don't look at players. Let's just talk needs right now. What's the biggest need on the Dallas Cowboys?
I'd say left guard.
Left guard. Okay, so I think we go with Cyrus Torrance.
It's probably the smartest pick here.
It's going to get us what we need on the offensive line, and we know we have depth in running back. We know we have some options. I mean, tight end there are some options in the 3rd round for tight end. What else are we looking at? Edge is not
a big-bodied wide receiver. I know we don't need it, but this is back to Jerry Jones, and I'm not saying that Quentin Johnston is anywhere near a Randy Moss, but Randy Moss fell to the Cowboys, and the Cowboys passed on him, and I just imagine that's still in Jerry Jones's brain. Like we could still pick up a good guard. Are you going to get a good wide receiver that's 6 foot 3 and up anywhere else in the draft.
Let's take Quentin Johnson.
And we've never taken him.
We've never taken him.
And he gets put on the CanFan big board at tier 1.
Tier 1.
I mean, that's scary. That's a scary offense.
Yeah, it is. Now you got that big body guy that we've been missing. And I still think we'll be able to. We might have to trade up to try to get a guard in the second.
Oh, we're not even running time.
I know.
right
I'm
now.
going to get that.
Do you guys
we're
wanna,
definitely not.
Do you guys
over
want to
though,
hear some thoughts from chat?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Kuna says Brian Branch is great value. Stephen White says no Kincaid. He also then says if you trade down, move number 58 up at the same time. Steve Avila or DeWand or Osiris is what Stephen White's saying.
That's probably the smart pick.
And then he says, get Darnell Washington. So literally he's saying every single person except, we talked about Osiris. And then Kahuna's saying, I'm comfortable with our current wide receiver core.
See, and that could be the thing too, because and we could probably get a big bodied wide receiver maybe later. That guy from West Virginia, maybe, or even that Michael Wilson guy.
Hey, this is our real draft. Like,
we got to play it smart. I honestly think if we go Cyrus Torrance, he's probably going to benefit Dak Prescott the most.
That's the best move right there.
I think he's going to benefit Dak Prescott.
Biggest improvement.
I just don't like.
For the team.
I just don't like taking him at 26.
Why?
Is all. I don't know.
We can't trade back.
No, I know. I mean, no, you know what? I agree. I agree.
If you don't know, then
I just said
not
I
a
agree.
reason.
He might not even be there at 26. To be honest,
Probably not. Yeah.
I'm surprised. There's a lot of good tackles here in the draft, but I could see a team that's trying to get a good guard to.
Okay.
He would be the first guard gone.
Kahuna says Branch fixes a lot of our needs and helps us a lot in the secondary. Plus, there's a lot of talent for O-line in round 2.
There is, but not at 58.
Branch, I'm never gonna. We're not drafting a safety.
I don't think we're taking a safety.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like the idea of safety. I prefer. I still kind of like Kincaid. I'm kind of on this tight end train. I wanted Mayer.
They have him ranked 10th,
which is he's been like that the
That's
whole time.
huge value, Kincaid, and we could get a guard later.
We've never taken Kincaid.
We've never taken Kincaid.
I think he's got to be our pick. We were gonna last week. We didn't. We ended up trading back and taking Osiris Torrance. Let's go with Kincaid. Put his name in there.
Woo! Welcome to the team.
Let's get him.
Dalton Kincaid. Okay, I got the time rolling. We did have a minute left there on the short clock.
Okay, so let's see. Breesy just went. Who I did say Brian Branch gone. Mazzy Smith. Who the Eagles taking? Quentin Johnston. So we're gonna know if that was a good or not pick.
Well,
Eagles with Brown and Johnston.
Yeah, but Eagles with another wide receiver, it's like they have a pretty good core.
Yeah, I feel like the Eagles probably would have went somewhere else with that pick in real life.
It's like the same with Dallas. It's like you're adding more, but
Drew Sanders gone. So we got to be watching for guards here, guys.
Yeah.
Gibbs to the Raiders.
I mean, I would, if my hopefully mock pit's there. I don't think he will be.
To the Raiders.
Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him, son.
I think crack him if you got him.
Darnell Washington gone.
I need another one.
Crack him if you got it. Hendon Hooker to the Falcons. Here we go. We're getting close here. Luke Musgrave gone.
Where
Mock gone to the Washington Commanders.
Just pause.
So the Commanders now have Bijan and Mock pick.
Wow. That's that right there. Commanders have
They're saying we're running this damn thing.
That's actually an awesome draft. Right
First
there.
and second, if you told me we were getting Bijan Robinson and Cody Mock, in the first 2 picks, I'd be happy. I would be happy. So what do we? You can't look at the players now, can you?
We could.
No, it sucks.
That is shitty that you can't look at who's still available.
Yeah.
What about Big Board 2023? What's that do if you click it?
No,
It'll take us off. It just goes to the actual big board.
Okay. Well, I think we're just rolling through here.
Yeah.
I think we're just rolling.
Yeah.
See, this 58 isn't a great spot, but we're 10 picks away.
We're 10 picks away.
Let's do it. Let's just roll with it.
Let me just see what the Okay, well, there's a good chance we can move up with like a 5th or 6th round pick.
I don't mind.
Can I just throw it at him?
Yeah, just throw it at him. Fuck it. 13% chance. See what they do. They're not taking it.
Oh.
Try to give these little scallywags. It actually got worse.
Come on, Jerry. Make your magic, daddy. Saving that Crackham for it.
Oh, come on. No.
I'll try this one, and then we got 3 more.
Yeah.
We're gonna try them all.
Try trading them here with the Bucks. Okay, go
Dolphs.
Yeah, go Dolphins. Why not? 34%. Just try it.
Let me just see. It's not that much different. We got
See
2
it.
attempts.
Come on, you little bitches. No, they don't like
This
it.
one they'll take.
It's our last attempt.
We are stuck.
We're stuck. We're stuck
All
at
right.
picking up
Hey,
58.
Hey, we're rolling it.
We're rolling
playing
it.
the ball where it lies. Crack 'em if you
Oh,
got 'em.
Avila off. Avila off the board.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
That's who
Okay.
we would.
Crack 'em if
That's
you
who
got
we
'em.
would have traded up to go get to.
Yep.
Fuck. Titman gone.
Tittman's
Fuck.
gone too.
Well, now I think we just roll, right?
Yeah, we just roll it.
Next.
Oh man. So
Okay, that's okay. Zavala.
Bergeron gone. Fuck me, man. They're going to. There was a run on offensive linemen.
And you wanted to pick a tight end.
So let's see what we got here. Whippler, possibly.
Whippler.
Charbonnet's there. Let's see. Can we check out defensive interior and O-line? And get DT in there. Man. Zavala's still there. I think Whippler might be the pick, guys.
I don't mind that. Let me just look at what we got for trades. Not anything close, so we're not going to even look at that. Where's Whippler? So this center, did he play any?
Ohio State, it means he's played against a lot of other good competition. 6'3".
The Ohio State.
Yeah, the Ohio State, 6'3", 303. Get a draft buzz up on him,
Got a draft buzz up on
He's
him.
likely a center only, they say.
which I'm okay with.
Okay,
I'm okay with that.
sure. It hunkers down a position. Where's draft buzz on this guy?
He looks like that boring pick that just looks. Oh, he looks mean.
Yeah, he looks like a.
He looks like
Looks
a
like a killer.
fucking mob boss.
He does. He looks like he should have played young Tony
Yeah.
Soprano.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you just one time.
Say it.
What am I?
Oh, I was role playing with you.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it. Fucking say it. Fucking say it.
Where's the money, LeBron?
Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the money?
12
guy who
ranked
does his job.
center.
You must be the other guy.
O-line.
Yep.
Let's see what he's got for his. I mean, he's got some pretty nice metrics on him. His measurables. Smaller, but his athletics are good.
Fucking Kincaid better shine.
No, and Stephen
Kincaid
White
better
saying
have
another.
1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns.
No, he's saying another crappy blocking tight end.
Oh man. So what are we doing here, fellas? So let's think ahead a little bit at who, if we don't take this center, will Zavala be there at 90?
Well, we could trade
Or
up.
we trade up. So if we don't take Whippler here, our plan is then we have to trade up to get Zavala.
Yes.
That has to be done.
Yes, I agree.
And I would take, you know who I'm.
Well, we know who you're taking.
Yeah. And I know it might seem boring, but that is
I want Charbonnet now.
okay.
I didn't get Bijan. I want Charbonnet.
There is a lot of good guys at running back still too, though.
Yes. But when
I do like
we wouldn't
Sharpie's
get him in the
size.
third round, and we might not get him in the fourth because we might have to trade that.
Yeah, we want that upright running Charbonnet.
So if you get Charbonnet here, we have to trade up to get a guard.
Yes, that's the plan.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
that's
plan.
what we have to do.
How high up do you want to trade?
Well, where's Zavala ranked at?
Hang on, let me look at that. That's a good idea. He's right there.
78. So we're gonna have to be trading. We're gonna have to trade up. Yeah, we're gonna have to trade up to probably. Well, we'll have to roll the dice here. I at least pause at 70.
Let's do it, bro.
Who else is here that you'd be interested
That we've talked
in?
about. We got OO.
Double O right there.
Scruggs. We got
Scruggs.
Scruggs at later rounds that we've talked about. We got Jason Voorhees. I know his name's actually Andrew, but we do have Andrew Voorhees that we could select. Again, if we miss out on Zavala.
He ain't starting this year.
He's not starting, and that's what makes me nervous. I honestly, we can go Sharby, but we gotta get Chandler then. We gotta get Chandler.
Let me just look at the Bears here.
Work your magic, daddy.
I
Or are
know-
you seeing if you can trade back, still get Sharby and pick up another 3rd round pick?
He's fucking Kevin Costner in it right now.
Do it.
He's Costner in it. He's making the moves. Cowboy Nation's freaking out right now, and Jerry's in Costner mode.
Okay, so this is how I look at things. I look at things as plus and minus how many picks you move up. So sure, we move back 3 picks, and we're trading our 3rd round pick, but we're gonna get a 61 and a 64. We'd probably
Can you check a team that who's the other? I just want to see the other. I don't like the 64. Go to the Eagles at 62.
You don't like 64?
No, I want to be a little bit further back. I don't think we have to trade pick Zavala at 64.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather see a team that's like.
Where do you want to?
Well, I just want to see what their next pick
Las
is.
Vegas Raiders pick 7.
So that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Eagles have 62 and 94. Then we got 63 and 95. Nothing there. 65 and 73.
That's the one right there. That's the one right there.
But we're not going to do that.
So we might be able. Wow, they're being ruthless here.
Yeah, they're not taking a pick.
What about if we do that and do a 129, and then like a next year round 4? Try it. Just try it.
Okay, so this would be with the Houston Texans for their 65th and 73rd pick for our 58th and 129th, and then next year's round 4.
And we're gonna try to get Sharby and Zavala. Oh, you fucking guys!
PFF's ruthless on us today.
What about a round 3 next year?
That's too much.
That is too much. But not if you secure your guard and your running back for the next 5 years.
Oh, 100%.
So they will take
yeah, they'll
that.
take
So
that.
hang on.
So go back.
Sweeten
Instead of
deal.
129, go 169, Alex. It's Jerry.
I like
you,
it.
son.
Okay, even do
go-
okay.
Okay, hey.
Oof.
Yeah, go 244.
Oh, we
Okay.
don't even have to offer a pick. We can just give them
Oh,
a
shit.
3rd.
Okay.
I'm down with that.
We can ask her
Yeah, go for that 161 also.
to get our pick back. And I want my fucking 161
Go
back.
for this. Go for this. Let's see.
Okay, so this is our...
Say,
this is-
read it out. Read it out. You got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. This is totally draft day with Kevin Costner.
So this is Houston Texans 65th, 73rd, and getting our 161 back.
That's
of
hilarious.
2023 for our 58th and a round 3 next year.
Let's try it. Bring it home. Bring it home. Fuck you.
Hang on. We'll throw in the 22 this year's 2012.
Yeah, and it's a comp pick, so
So
I'm
it's
not
a comp pick.
fucking
What the
guys,
fuck?
man.
We have to get this, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like it because we can get 2 guys that we're really looking for. Oof.
I moved up to 169 comp pick.
They'll take it. They'll take it. Yes.
There we go. Okay.
good
Not
job.
as stoked, but we
Not as good. Not as good.
It's
Not as good.
This is good.
It is good though. We got a 65th and a
Okay,
73rd.
now what's our? So what do we pick at?
65. So we
Oh,
got.
so Sharby has to last till 65 though.
I know, but we can move up.
For all this to work out, Sharby's got to last to 65. He's. Oh my goodness! Imagine they would have taken him at 58. Do you think the Bills are going to? I could see actually the Bills could possibly take him. Guys that are going to take a running back, Eagles, Bills possibly. Yeah, Bills and Eagles would be, and even
Well,
possibly the Bengals.
So we can trade up right now with the Bills and give them the 244th and the 65th for their 59th and get up there. And
I don't
get our
hate it.
pick. Then we've got our 73rd, 90th.
And we have nothing at the end of the draft though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We're front loading it.
You think the Bills are going to take Sharby?
I don't want to wait.
I don't think they will, but
Well, it's just got to be 2-1. It's just got to be 2-1.
You want to wait?
I don't think the Bills are going to take. I don't think the Bills are going to take
Okay.
Charbonnet.
Oh my God!
Do I resume them or do we make this
Resume
trade?
it. Resume it.
This trade's gonna go. Okay.
Oh my God! Get ready to pause though, because if he take, they're gonna take Sharby.
Oh, they did. Josh Downs.
Okay, well,
Cross downs.
okay.
Okay. Even I'm.
That's what I
just-
mean. That's what I mean. Like, you have to be sure. The
This
Bengals.
one, we can make this trade. You know, we will get that.
Can we try round 7 in 2024? I'd rather do that. I'd
Sure.
rather do that.
Actually,
I'd rather do that.
let's do 2025. Spread that out a little.
I'd rather do that. I'm okay with this trade.
Okay. So this is for the Cincinnati Bengals 60th, for our 65th, and a 2025 7th round. We're kneecapping ourselves a little in the future, but it doesn't matter. We're trying to get players for today. Let's go.
You hit resume draft.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would have been a fucking guys.
So now we'll try a 6th round 2025. That one's gonna go.
No.
No?
Offer trade, not resume draft.
sorry. You can still pause it. Whoa!
Jeez. You know what that means? They're not taking Sharby. Let it roll. Let it roll. Let's roll the dice. Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Bears?
I don't know if they're going. The Bears have 2 picks here. The Bears have 2 of the next 4 picks. So,
I mean, they're gonna take that.
send it to them. There you go.
Boom. Okay.
Perfect. Get your fucking guy.
Let's bring him to the team. Zach Charbonnet. No, but we need the running back.
Yeah, we do need a running back.
Charbonnet. Putting it all on shards is what Stephen
But
White
now
says.
we gotta.
Well, now we just got to let it roll and hope that Zavala's still there. That's what we have to do. You have to just let it roll. You have to hope. You have to hope that he's there.
So we're slow rolling.
So they just got Henley, great linebacker who we've never taken, but he's actually I do think we.
Derek Hall's gone.
Oh,
Ika, round 3. Okay.
Which would have been a good pick.
Oh, Laporta.
Porta went 3.
You know, we could have got Porta.
We have Kincaid, Adam.
I know, but I'm saying we could have not gone Tillman. We could have not gone Kincaid, and we could have went Laporta.
Let it ride.
Let it ride. We're just letting it ride.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
The Saints do have a need for. Just let it ride.
H-N gone right there. What is round 3? H-N.
Whippler gone. Just don't be Zavala, okay?
Yes. We'll take Chandler Zavala.
I think you just had at this
Like,
point.
what are we looking at here? Now I feel once we get Zavala, BPAN, baby.
He's the last offensive lineman.
Do any
left.
of these other guys, Dell?
No, guard's more
No.
important than any of those guys.
Yeah.
Pick him. Welcome to the team. Don't even need to start the
What
timer.
happened to us right now in this draft makes me hate tight end at 1 so much.
Because it kind of.
You have to go guard it. You have to go guard at 1 unless it's Bijan Robinson or some other guy that has a crazy slide. You have to take guard at 1 at 26 personally.
Yeah.
In my personal
it's starting
opinion.
to feel that way, isn't it?
Well, look what happened. Like
Yeah.
unless we could have traded up somewhere and got a Via at in the 40s.
Look what happened. Game day 2, you mean?
Yeah.
Game day 2, Can Fan?
Draft day.
Draft day 2?
Draft day
Damn
2.
it! Adam just agrees. Adam just
I was
agrees.
like, what are you talking about?
Game day 2 starring Kevin Castner.
Kevin Castner.
Kevin Castrate.
Kevin, I got
Marvin
Castner.
Mims.
Mims gone at 87.
Okay, so what are we looking for?
Overshown gone.
What are we looking for here at 90, guys? So we've got tight end with Kincaid.
Kobe Turner could be there. He could be a pick. What other tackles are left here?
What are you looking for?
Well, I think we need to go. I think we need interior defensive. I like Ojomo.
I like Njomo too. I really like Njomo. But Kobe Turner.
He's there.
Let me just bring him up to give you a little memory of him, okay?
Flash up our memory. Oh, I do remember him.
This guy.
He's a beast. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
I remember that picture.
Oh, right. Yeah, the 40-year-old guy.
He could be
faking it as a.
Here, he's the dude who I could not find an age on anywhere.
Right.
Some
Yeah,
guys
we
you can find
can't find his age.
No birth date, and so he could be 37 years old. He could also be 22 years old.
Yeah, he looks 45. Smokes a fucking pack of cigarettes, and
Look at him holding all the Reese's Pieces there.
loves his Reese's Pieces.
He loves Reese's Pieces.
Look, he's a dude who I think a little light.
290. Wow,
290,
he does not look 290. The guy looks like a fucking monster.
No, but guess what's the easiest thing to do?
Give him some Reese's Pieces
Where
and
are
put
we?
on some weight.
The easiest thing to do is give someone a
Defensive tackle must be the best. It's like, okay, we need you at you're 290. We need you at 315.
yeah.
EJ Savage is saying Can Fan Challenge. Take a player you've never drafted before.
It's hard. It's hard to, especially here. We've taken And
EJ
here we have to go defensive tackle. And
Well, what we're on 90. So what trades do we have available?
That's
we
true.
can always
Let's look
trade
at
back.
that. But just EJ, this we are trying to make this our draft, so we don't want to like.
well, and this is the thing. It's defensive interior right now. We haven't taken 90th. You still have Kobe Turner, and you. Well, let's
look
see
at
the
trades.
interiors here.
Let's look at trades too. So we got Arizona at 96th, 6 backhand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put it through, but we're gonna have a little gander at what we can get. So they would give us 96 and
We'll just
168.
get their 180 also. Yeah.
There's a chance they do that. Okay, so that'd be 6 picks back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to our board. We got 4 minutes.
So Kobe Turner, he's ranked up there right now. Can we just look at defensive interior?
Straight up, yeah.
This has to me, this is a spot that we have to take. So you got Moro Jomo, who we've taken. You got Byron Young, but he's too far out. So like we've taken both these guys, but we have to. In my opinion, it's got to be one of these guys.
Yeah, and we're not drafting to try to draft. a
No,
new player.
we have to take a defensive interior, and these are the two top rated
the
guys.
the other problem is Bills and go back to the big board for a sec. Bills and Bengals both need defensive interiors, so there's a possibility both of them could be gone after we trade.
if we went back to 6.
If we went back to 6. And so did Kansas City. Kansas City also needs.
I like Ojomo here.
Let's just
Can
look.
we get him up? Can we get him up?
Let me just bring up our big board here and make sure that where do we have Ojomo?
I don't actually think we actually took him. We've looked at.
We did take him once. There. So he's in our
He's
tier
a tier
2.
2. We got it right there. That's our pick. We went back to our big board.
Yeah, and then Kobe Turner's tier 3.
So there you go.
I think
Ojomo.
that decides for us.
That decides for
We're
us.
high on Ojomo, and we're willing to take him at this pick. Note, if we trade back 6 picks, there's a very good chance he's not going to be there,
You just got to take him.
and then we just feel good about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Take him. Texas Cat. Welcome to the team.
You're staying in Dallas, baby. Or Texas.
Moro Ojomo.
Moro Ojomo.
Okay. Now I feel like we've checked off the boxes.
Start looking wide receiver CB. Something like that.
Yeah.
Linebackers.
Linebacker, wide receiver, A.T. Perry
Perry's
just
gone.
went. Oh, they would
Tajay
not take.
Spears.
So here's what's stupid.
Roshan.
Here's what's stupid. I'm sorry. Eagles just took A.T. Perry at 94. They also took Quentin Johnson.
Yeah. Doesn't
So,
make sense.
What
kind of stupid AI is PFF running with here?
I want to
PFF
stick my
needs to use
my
ChatGPT.
blank in their blank and make them blank their blank.
Yeah, blankety blank, blank, blank.
Kendra Miller just went to the Washington. So Kendra Miller went to the Washington. So they got Bijan and Kendra Miller.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
What are we doing here?
The NFC East is on glue right now. Corey Obi Trice to San Fran. Henry Tutu also to the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, I'll shit my pants if someone takes DTR right now.
That guy's name? Yeah. Fucking right. So Wilson's off the board to the Cards.
That's okay. We're not really
There's
looking,
a run on wide receivers right now.
and I don't think we're looking really hard. And there's a few dudes I have in my back pocket anyway for wide receiver.
Definitely
A.T.
a
Perry
ru-
was one, but he's gone.
Definitely a run on wide receivers here.
All right, we got 18 more picks.
Jamie Robinson. This is kind of where we're in
sorry.
no man's land.
Sorry.
Zach Evans. We've talked about him before. Schoonmaker all the way at 113.
I'm just pausing.
McBride just off the board.
So just real quick, we got 4 more picks, and we're about whatever.
So we have how many away are we?
We are 14 away.
Keep this paused. And we still have how many? You said 4 picks?
4 picks.
Maybe we move up to 115.
Yeah, dog.
Why not? We got the Arsenal. What are they going to want? We might not have enough. It gets tricky at this point.
Well, they would take 2 picks for 1.
Or give them 129 and then give them something for next year.
No, we don't want to do that because
No.
you don't see that very often.
And to be honest, I think we've done that twice.
Yeah, our 2024 is already looking fucked.
Well,
We're losing a 6 and a third.
But we got the pick. We got Zavala. So
Yeah. So you definitely can't take any more from the future.
no. Oh, sorry. That's
There. Oh, did we just wait? We didn't pick anyone? Oh, we're not on the...
You just left it running. EJ Savage says, y'all trading more than a kid at a lunch.
Right?
I love it.
where the hell is that?
it's gonna put me to sleep.
I don't know. Literally don't know where that is.
Yeah, it's totally you.
I know it is me, but I don't know where. I can't turn that alarm off. Hang on a sec. That's embarrassing. It's a glitch. I promise you that.
We're getting hacked. We're getting hacked by the alarm.
I could just mute you.
Just
We can
mute
keep
me for
going.
a sec while I find this.
Okay, I think I honestly,
Sorry, guys.
and we just got to roll through. We just got to roll through, play where we've made our trades. We got to just take who we pick.
What the hell?
What's the matter? What's the matter, Smile?
Dude, please, I am trying to fix this. I don't know. It's not I've
Close-
exited.
Just close up.
I did. I exited hang on. This is
Just some technical
dude,
difficulties.
Like, seriously. I don't know where it's coming from. Alarm?
They say.
I might have to restart to
Oh no, you
stop it.
can't.
I know I can't.
We'll
But
just have to have it going.
No. We'll just turn him down. He just won't be able to do any sound effects.
yeah, okay. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
Turn me down, turn me down.
that's the trick.
Guess who just fixed it?
That's the trick. Oh, he
Wow.
found it. Nice.
I could have done that. It's not a
Hey,
Let's resume this.
I'm the guy who does his
Yeah,
job.
okay.
You must be the other guy.
that sucks. Let me just pull up the clock again. Because now
I guess what's still there?
I can't do sound effects. Okay.
No sound effects. That's fine.
All right.
No
so
sound effects for
back
AJ.
to the draft.
I'm the guy who does
sorry.
it.
I'm very, very sorry.
Just hit resume.
Oh,
We're
hang
just
on.
rolling
Yeah.
it after that. We're
Let's
not
just
we're
roll.
not trading. We're just going the 14 picks. We're not trading. We're not trading. We're just rolling with it, baby.
We love to trade.
We could look at quarterback coming up too.
Yeah, I mean, we got
DTR.
4 picks
I want
left.
DTR. If AJ got Charbonnet, I want to make a big case for DTR.
Sewell gone at 120. 129's way too early for DTR. It just is.
Hey, fuck you.
What is that? That's our 4th round pick. Yeah, we're not taking DTR at 4. Not not a chance. Williams gone.
Batson, if you want to make an argument to move up from 161.
Wow, Riley Moss.
I will.
Riley Moss just went. Booty gone. Okay.
Hey, there's Kobe Turner still.
So what's our spots that we need? We went tight end, running back, guard, defensive tackle. So this is where you start looking at depth, right? So wide receiver, this is a good wide receiver spot. This is also a good cornerback spot. This is also a good linebacker spot. We haven't addressed linebacker or even edge. So this is a good spot for all those positions.
So let's bring up the LB.
LB, I like to look at right now because I feel confident with our offense. Kincaid, Charbonnet, Zavala, all good upgrades, potential upgrades anyways. Checking off needs on offense. We went Ojomo, defensive interior. Now let's go back one more layer and look at linebacker, see if there's anything here.
I think I'd rather not go pace here, and I'd rather wait for Miller or Cam Jones.
Okay, and they're at 191, 195.
So that's
Huge drop off.
Yeah, big drop.
We can definitely wait on linebacker.
wide receiver CB. Wide
Okay.
receiver CB edge are all good depth signings here.
So let's bring them all up.
Wide receiver, DB,
What? Yeah, CB and then edge.
CB, and edge. Edge is interesting because I don't love it, but hey, I will always listen to TGR.
Hey, KJ Henry, we've never taken him.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
And we're going to have to...
Looks like he's slipping out of his 6'4", 251, little light. He's a little light.
All right, well,
Let's get that cat up on here.
Yeah, we will. We'll check him out in
Draft
Draft
Buzz.
Buzz real quick. But just looking at his grades here, 2022 comparables, he's pretty much an A grade across all boards except for his run stop rate. So take that for what it is.
I thought that was him for a second.
I was like, whoa, he
It's
looks
he's
like
only,
Luke White.
he's only 251.
Oh God, these the search on Draft Buzz. Okay, there. it worked.
KJ Henry. I like him. It's not
That's a nice suit.
not a big guy though. That is a nice suit.
Kind of looks like a henchman in like a for a villain.
Yep.
For like Joker or something.
Right. Like just a nondescript guy. Just that
4'6'3".
The fact that you said he looks like a henchman in like a Joker means he's a disposable person. I do not vote us going for.
You don't
Henry.
want him.
No, I
That
don't want
doesn't want him all because
And
of that.
look, I look at his measurables. I'm not happy with those measurables.
Yeah, let's get out of him.
Ricks, Washington, Jones, and Yaya all solid options, says EJ Savage.
Oh,
So Jalen
Ricks-
Jones. Yeah, I mean, I like Eli Ricks, but we've taken him.
Who did he say? Yaya?
Ricks, Washington, Jones, and Yaya are all solid options.
Parker Washington here. Get a receiver.
I like
Only 5'9".
Bryce Ford Wheaton.
Yeah, that's kind of who I'd rather have
If
him.
we're looking at wide receiver at this point.
Okay, I agree with you. So what are we saying? We're not going wide receiver then.
Quick look at the Chicago Bears. Okay, quick look at the Chicago Bears
You're on the Bengals, though.
or the Bengals. Sorry. Okay, no, I just wanted to see because they're only 2 spots back.
I think we just got to roll with what we're at.
They're not going to give.
I
us
think
any
we've
money.
expelled our trades.
EJ,
You're right.
EJ says Charlie Jones is a sleeper wide receiver.
So my choice here is probably Eli Ricks, to be honest. We've taken him in the second multiple times. And let's get to our big board. Let's go to the CanFan big board.
You're right.
We have Eli Ricks in tier 2.
Yeah,
We're taking him.
We're taking
That's
Eli
just
Ricks.
it.
I mean, you make it simple. That's
simple.
why we have the fucking big board.
That's why we have the big board. Welcome
Eli
to
Ricks,
the
welcome
team.
Welcome to the team. I think this is a great pick in the 4th round. Eli Ricks.
129.
I mean,
And we ranked him as a tier 2. Yeah, that's a
depth.
good pick.
Depth is something that I will never weigh highly, but in retrospect, becomes super important throughout the
4th
season.
round, though, is kind of when you have to start doing that, right? Like, you're not
Absolutely.
taking a guy. You're taking a guy saying, hey, I want you to play in 2 to 3 years.
And Ricks it has that potential to actually compete for 3rd spot.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He
Which
could
I
be
love.
He's going to be better than any of the guys that are on the team right now at that natural cornerback 3 position. So I don't include Duron Not So Bland and Jordan Lewis in that. Like, those guys are slot corners, right? I
What's
think
the
Eli
difference?
Ricks is, well, one plays on the perimeter. So, like, Trevon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore are literally going to be on the outsides, right? And then the slot's just in the middle, picking up the 3rd wide receiver usually. And they're usually smaller.
And here's
and
one
faster.
thing that I don't know that they do
On at 147.
in football, but in the NHL they did this, and I can see it working for pretty much any sport except for maybe baseball. But the NHL, some teams adapted their game to have a high rotation. So instead of spending a minute, just as an example, a minute on the ice, you'd spend 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So you're getting these fresh legs out all the time. And now I just wonder if that ability can be put into play.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
For mostly
If you
D-line,
have-
mostly D-line though.
Sure.
Like you'll get a high rotation out of D-line and you'll just so that you always have a guy that's fresh to rush the quarterback, right?
But let's say this, they've tested Gilmore 3
Scrubs.
times in a row or 2 times in a row.
Hey, we're on the clock. Pause it.
Sorry, before we hop into this, finish my question. If they tested a cornerback 2 or 3 times in a row, he can come off and you get fresh legs on there with an ability that's just as good. I mean, you could say that about any position, right? So
right. There's usually just such a big drop off for your actual outside corners.
okay,
That your 1 and 2 are usually substantially better than your 3rd guy.
yeah,
But not to say that if you had guys that were equally as good, maybe that would be a thing to do, right? Like if you had the same wide receiver lining up, but then you could bring a guy that say like Trevon Diggs who, is never going to jam you, and then you brought out a guy like Eli Ricks who now is going to be able to play you physical. Who knows? Maybe that could be a thing that would work. And I'm sure teams might do that. The Cowboys definitely have never done it.
I'm going to do a 5-minute on the rest of the draft. We're
Okay.
at round 5 now.
Yep.
So 3 more picks. Okay.
So
Adam
now,
wants DTR.
DTR's there. DTR is there at 150.
Well, let's look. A lot of them are safeties. We're not taking a safety. A halfback, no. And then we got the edge, William Fiocco.
What's our next pick? So we got 161 and 212.
Yeah.
Ooh, DTR's probably not going to fall to
He's not
212.
going to make it to. But let's look at trades, see what they got. We got Green Bay, who's looking to trade back with us.
Okay, this is the thing. We'll trade with Green Bay. Hopefully pick up another pick here. And if at 170, we'll take DTR.
This is bullshit. He's going to be gone.
Try it.
I'll try that.
Colts are
try it.
taking DTR next.
They already took, maybe, there we go.
Hey, we got
Okay,
2
let's
more
see.
picks.
I'm not even going to be.
You got to watch 9 picks, Ad. Is DTR going to be gone? The Niners are going to take DTR. Oh,
I'll pause whenever.
Here we go. Who's going to take him? The Saints are going to take him. There's no one else. The Titans are the only team on there that need a quarterback.
They're not taking them.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Are we going to survive? Are we going to survive the Houston Texans? There you go.
Give me my guy. Daddy, all I want for
DTR
Christmas.
now?
All I want for Christmas is my guy.
I mean, I think that's a smart pick. We have 4 more picks.
Yeah, I just get him. Silence that.
Welcome to the
Spats,
team, DTR. Hey,
The
I don't mind
UCLA
it.
guys.
I don't
They're
mind.
they're the future of our franchise.
You guys have been talking up your players. You guys have been talking up those guys. You got to. The only person that didn't get anyone that he wanted was me, which is okay. I'm okay with that.
Hey, Bryce
maybe
Ford.
you shouldn't. Hey, maybe you shouldn't be a Mike McCarthy. Maybe you should be a Jones.
Yeah, right. The
Us Joneses get what we
the
want.
Joneses get what they
Mike,
want.
BF Dub.
Big fucking deal, or big fucking win.
No, Ford.
Bryce Ford to Wheaton.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm trying to see if he's been taken.
I got it. I'm gonna go.
I haven't seen him yet.
You got 30 picks. This is the time. You got 30 picks. This is the time. So now we have to go. We have to pick a wide receiver. We have to.
Yeah, we got
gotta
4
take-
more picks.
We got to go wide receiver, edge, linebacker. We have to get at least one of each.
Yeah, and I think we go. We start looking at like physical or we'll have to use Draft Buzz in this, but to see.
I like D. Winter. He's going to probably be available.
Who's he?
TCU guy, linebacker.
Linebacker.
He'll be-
Linebacker, I like more than edge first, if it makes sense.
Well, let's look at wide receiver when we get there.
Right. So wide receiver, linebacker, edge. But if there's a standout,
Like a guy that's just has intangibles, like has a
big penis.
big wang.
Yeah.
Like if you know that if he's packing heat, we'll take him.
So this is nice. We got 4.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh shit.
Bryce Ford Wheaton gone.
Well,
That would have been the wide receiver there for us. But now we
think
just got to roll it.
yeah, but I do think we still go wide receiver. We got 4. We got 4 picks, a lot of depth. I want a wide receiver.
Yeah, we
and
gotta
you know
go
who
wide
might
out.
have to come on the team here?
Who's that?
Bobo.
Bobo.
Jake Bobo from UCLA, big body,
Big
slow
body
as
Bobo.
slow as molasses, but
Another wide receiver gone. Tackle gone. Here we go. Let's see what we got for wideout.
wow, Jalen Moreno Cropper dropped all the way down
Let's
here.
check him out. We're on the board.
We're on the board now.
5'11".
5
He's
minutes.
fucking. What is going on with this college draft class? Give us some size.
Give us
What
some
about
size.
Grant Dubois? What's he looking like?
He only played 2 years, so he might be a young cat. Let's have a look.
and
first
he-
look.
6'2", 201.
6'2", 201.
EJ makes a good point here. He says, "Ants, you got Ricks, so you got the guy that you wanted."
Yeah, in the 4th though. I didn't trade up to get no one. I didn't trade back to get no one.
Yeah, well, guess what? I got my guy
You got
in
DTR.
late 5th.
Yeah,
Okay.
Be surprised if DTR even gets drafted.
So Grant DeBuse
I'll
has
fucking mute you.
Grant DeBose from Charlotte, the Charlotte 49ers, which sounds like a kid made a team on a video game and combined his favorite basketball and football team together.
I'm the Charlotte 49ers.
Now-
and then went with his favorite color.
yeah,
Yeah,
Green.
the Celtics.
and his name's Chris. Here's the thing. He's got completely average stats, which might not be a bad thing. It might not be a good thing, but he's got the size. We are looking for a big body wide receiver before we make any wild decisions.
Yeah, let's get wide receiver up here.
Let's solo them and see. Here's Jake Bobo.
He'll still be around for us on their next one.
Exactly. We're not going to take him now.
DTR wants him.
Lots of great.
If we're not going fuck it. We got to go the triplets from UCLA.
DTR and
But we got so many picks we can wait.
Yeah,
We can wait on Bobo.
Charbonnet got in Jerry Jones's ear of DTR. DTR is now getting in.
I need Bobo.
I need Bobo.
So then let's look at linebacker.
Yeah.
Let's get LB up in this. Ventrell Miller. So D Winters is a guy too that 191, 6'1", 191.
I hate how that happens. Sorry, one sec.
Oh, what the fuck?
Whoa.
EJ Savage says he loves that logo. He goes, not gonna lie, that logo goes hard. A C with a pickaxe in it for the Charlotte.
What about this one? The GT.
6'3",
Ooh.
216. He's so small.
Yeah,
though.
but he's 6'3". He can grow into
He
that.
can grow into that. That's for sure.
I like this guy's size. Let's get Charlie Thomas up on Draft Buzz.
You're right.
Let's make a decision
Let's get Charlie.
We got 2 minutes. Or 2:40.
before.
Let's get Charlie Thomas up there.
That's annoying as shit.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a. We've looked at this guy before. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, they gave him so here he is a linebacker, but
What do they have him there? Edge.
No, they have him as cornerback
What?
or defensive back. Sorry, my bad. Bad eyes.
Interesting. They're showing him only 216 here. That is tiny. He's not even that fast either.
Seems like a bust to me.
Who else do we have at linebacker?
What we want is one thing exceptional,
Yeah.
right?
So what's Ventrell Miller looking like, his size?
Yeah. Well, he's small. Let's bring him up on Draft Buzz. This is our.
152 time.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're good.
Ventrell Miller.
Fuck.
Just put Miller.
It doesn't really work with. Oh, there it was. Sorry.
There he is. Yeah, that's my guy. 6 foot 232. Hey, this is my pick right here.
This is the one that you've been dreaming about, Mike?
It's got a good span on
Florida.
him. Nothing exceptional, but let's have a look.
Let's see. Scouting report weaknesses.
Compact build?
He'll also need to be covered in the run game.
Big wingspan.
Can you just scroll up there for a second? Stop. He'll also need to be covered in the run game, more of a Will than a Mike in a 4-3 alignment. So I don't like that, to be honest.
Less than a minute.
I don't like him.
We
No,
got
we're
less than a
good,
minute.
I'm looking for a Mike.
letting you
I
know.
want a Mike linebacker.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna go back and we're gonna make a quick decision here.
We could do safety here also. This is a spot you could do safety. You could do safety here. Is this Jason Taylor's kid? 169.
Jason Taylor the second.
Nope.
Too tiny.
Okay, we got a pick here. What's the
Under 30
what
seconds
position
left.
do we need? We need linebacker. It's got to be a linebacker.
Okay, linebacker it
Because
is.
we're going for Bobo with our wide receiver.
Yeah.
So we got to go either with Ventrell Miller, who is the stockier, shorter guy who probably is going to play Will linebacker, or we go with
10
the
seconds.
Do we need a Will?
just get him. Just get him.
Ventrell?
5,
Yeah.
Ventrell
Four.
for Will.
Yeah.
3, 2,
Miller at Will.
1.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team. Hey, I'm happy we got a linebacker. 18 picks till our next fucking.
EJ
2:30
Savage
seconds.
said Miller the Killer. Taylor is a player that's underrated in my opinion.
So next is we're trying to get Bobo here.
Yeah.
So that's just going to be our pick. We're going to keep the UCLA triplets together.
This has been a
Future franchises, they're going to come in as a shield from WWE as the future franchise. Just fuck shit up.
This has been a frustrating draft,
Yeah.
but
It has been a little bit. Yeah.
Kincaid fucked us.
but when we sit back and look at it, I think we're going to be happy with what we get.
This cemented me not wanting to take tight end in the first round.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I'd take Mayer.
It's tough.
I wouldn't take either. I don't want Mayer
we
or
didn't have
Kincaid.
a chance.
Yeah,
I
he's
know. I'm just saying I would
Oh,
take
oh.
I would take Mayer. He's
Stupid.
there.
Tight end at one is dumb. I feel like
So based
We
on
coulda got sued.
that exact comment, guess what we're drafting?
I don't think they will take. I don't think the Jones will take linebacker at one.
They won't
So
take
we got
a linebacker.
we
at
got
one.
2 picks coming up here within the next 3-4 picks. So
Okay, so we can wait on Bobo. We can wait on Bobo.
Well, we can, but he's gonna be close.
we got 2. We can pick something else right now if we
yeah,
think that.
who slid? Let's look
We
up.
got Washington. We got Washington, and then the Chargers.
I mean,
picking.
we could go Du Bois and we could get 2 We could get Du Bois and Bobo here. There's nothing saying we can't. That's
I like
probably our
that.
best bet, honestly.
Let's do it.
Du Bois. If that's how you say it. Dubois.
Welcome to the team, Dubois.
Welcome to debate the team Dubois.
Oh, here we go. And now get our UCLA. Get our UCLA
Get
cat
the trip in here. Trippy Rippy.
Trippy Rippy.
Bobes.
Bobo.
Get him.
There we are. Welcome to the
And
team,
if a
Bobo.
to the
QB
team.
lasts to 244, if not, we're taking Jake Moody.
Yeah, I think we should just take Moody.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we take Moody.
Yeah, you don't want to go quarterback because we already got DTR.
True,
EJ
true.
Savage says double dip at QB, make ultra happy.
So what quarterbacks are even there? Maybe a Dugan. I wouldn't hate Dugan here.
Yeah, there he is.
Should we just take him just because?
Yeah, of
Is that our last pick?
That's our last
so
pick.
no Moody. Moody's available.
course he is.
I mean, we did.
I just like
it's a
taking.
stretch.
I like taking someone. Well, so is
Yeah, but
Dugan.
then-
I like taking Dugan.
Now we have two QBs battling it out.
Yeah,
two
get it.
young
Hey, guess what?
guys.
Hey, I'm just saying. I don't like the fact that we're putting.
We don't have a kicker.
I don't like the fact that we're putting DTR in that kind of corner. But
I like
We
it.
don't have a kicker, but fuck it. Kickers are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, I like the. I want to
look
see
at Max Dugan's like 346. Who else do we have?
Because he's not going to get drafted, but we're drafting him.
Okay, what's the BPA? Let me just see BPA before we pick. And yes, I'm fucking fighting for DTR right now. That's what Stephen Jones is like, panicking right now.
So, realistically, a safety or an edge would be probably smarter, but
Yeah.
that more realistically, they're not going to make the team either. So, are you going to? I'd rather take two shitty quarterbacks that probably won't have
Fuck you!
success in the NFL, and hopefully one of them comes out of it.
Don't you
Then
dare!
just take some flyer. Then take a flyer on some random edge rusher that we've never even looked at.
Then the best move is to take Jake Moody because you know he'll play.
But we've taken him. I think the best move is to take someone we've never taken. Dugan.
Fucking Max Dugan. Max Dugan.
Yep.
Fuck that guy.
Dugan the Sploogan.
I
Dugan's faster than DTR.
don't give a fuck.
Well, this guy's got some Wolverine to him, though.
Can I see what Max Dugan looks like?
Oh, he looks like a fucking Poindexter.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks like an absolute Poindexter. Let's get Dugan up on here, and then if we don't like him,
Kellen fucking Moore 2.0. I can tell you that right now. I bet.
4.74 though, AJ for Ochan Mathis.
I don't know.
Let's see Dugan. Get him up here.
Max Dugan!
Oh my god.
God, I don't want that in the locker room.
4.52 though. He's got wheels. He's got wheels, man.
He's got wheels.
A fucking nerdier version of Josh Allen. Like,
Can we get Thompson on here? DTR up.
yeah, DTR is a fucking dog. He's not going to
How do
lose
you
to
spell
fucking
it?
Max Dugan.
DORIN.
DORIAN.
Just type Thompson then.
We're just typing Robinson. Did they kick him out of the draft?
Is he
there?
gone? Is he
Is
gone?
he down?
Okay, hang on. I got another fix.
Who are we going to take? You guys think Dugan's a dork? That's why you don't want to take him? You think he's just too dorky looking, don't you?
Well, I'd rather have that edge than
I just
than
feel like we
Dugan.
could pick. I mean, both of those
I mean,
guys.
Dorian Thompson Robinson looks pretty fucking geeky to me too.
Don't
He
you
does.
fucking say
Can you
that.
scroll down? I want to see his 40 time here. 4.56. Wow, Dugan would blow him out of the gate. Would run faster than him.
Oops.
Okay, first off, Dugan is not blowing DTR because they're not going to be on the same team.
DTR.
Hey,
Let's get that edge then. Let's get the edge.
but Google image DTR.
An edge rusher that's fucking 194 pounds?
No, I don't like that.
What?
He's 194 pounds.
Yeah, he'll get blown over.
6'5", 194.
Yeah,
He's
he's a fucking.
250.
Oh, I was looking at the
194
big
is big board. I was gonna say,
I was
like,
like,
what?
what?
He's 6'5", 250.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Come on, he's
I mean, that's still pretty small.
small, but he could he's probably 10 pounds heavier than that now.
Or less. He's been playing Call of Duty and he's just hasn't had time to hit the nutrition. Okay, well, I'm good with Dugan then.
Dugan. I want Mathis. Adam.
I'd rather Mathis makes more sense.
What about what? Did we look at Tavea, Jonah? Since we're not even on
No.
the clock. Well, let's just see what Jonah Tavea looks like. He's right at the top. That guy.
defensive
No, we don't
interior?
need a defensive interior.
Sorry, I thought he was the edge.
This
He's
is
not.
the
No,
top edge.
he's the only
Take
edge.
the top edge.
Boom, done. Woo!
Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team. We did it.
We did it, fam. What's our draft like?
C minus. What are we thinking?
I think it's going to be a B.
Okay.
It's looking pretty B-ish.
Oh.
Gee, A minus.
Hey.
How many fucking players did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Add a couple more.
This is our first 7-round draft,
Yep.
though. So
We
Okay,
got the Bobos. I want to see
go top to bottom.
I want
Go
to see
top to bottom.
Charbonnet's an A.
Charbonnet's an A.
Kincaid's an
an
A, so that means Ant doesn't know what he's talking about.
trades. They don't know what they're talking about.
Kincaid's probably going to be gone before the Cowboys pick. Just because he's an A doesn't mean tight end's a good decision when we're drafting.
I'm just saying. PFF.
You know what's more important? The guard that we got is a C, and we got him in the 3rd round. So that's the worst part. So imagine you took Chandler Zavala in the 1st. He would have been an F. So that means your starting guard is rated a C, and he was taken in the 3rd round.
Well, we didn't take him in the.
I'm just
we took
saying.
him in the
So I do know what I'm talking about because that guy's going to be starting 100%. There's a chance that Kincaid doesn't even start. Maybe Ferguson or Hendershot are better than him.
You're right.
No way.
Well, you never know though. A guard for sure doesn't have a spot. We don't have a guard on the team right now.
True.
That's an empty position.
Why did they grade it at C at round 3?
Here because he's a 90th ranked player. We took him at
Where
73.
Laporta or whatever, that guy that we took in the 2nd last draft, he fell to the 3rd.
Well,
Schoonmaker, whatever, however the fuck you
So
say
I
it,
agree with
fell
you.
to the 4th.
I agree with
There's
you.
tight ends that could have still came in.
Both
and
of those tight ends I would have taken later.
yeah, so I don't think tight end's a good pick at 26.
But you know what a good pick was?
What?
Charbonnet.
Sharby's an A. They liked our other trade with the Texans. Got a B- on that. Zavala they hated, but we had no choice.
DTR almost an A.
DTR B+.
He's a B+.
Eli Ricks B+.
What about Bobo? What did we get for Bobo?
Let's see Bobo.
Okay.
C.
Okay, Bobo was a C, but hey,
We hedged him though with the boys.
Yeah. With the boys.
The boys.
Miller and Du Bois was fucking an A.
Mathis A-. Hey, I don't hate it. And now we get to add a couple more guys to the big board.
Zavala's definitely going to be able to fit in. We would hope at least in the position of a backup. So it's kind of
But then,
not the best. I know.
Yeah, so then that's the only issue. If we have Zavala hoping to be a backup, then they got to sign someone. They got to sign someone. In free agency or trade for someone or do something.
So EJ Savage, wait, how many players do y'all draft? So we did 7 rounds, and we
got
ended
10.
up drafting 10 players.
10 players. And we probably should have taken, to be honest, we did take a guard in 3, but we should have taken a guard somewhere else in the later.
Could have taken a Cyrus in the first round.
I mean like later on in the draft, just taking a flyer at someone, the top ranked guard in like the 6th.
Sure. Yeah,
Just so that we
double down on that instead of the wide receiver.
Hopefully one of them ends up doing something.
Yeah. Well,
Granted, hey, this is a thing. Zavala's going to have some really good offensive linemen to learn from. He's got Tyron Smith. He's got Zach Martin. If he ends up falling to get into the Cowboys, I don't think the Cowboys are taking him because I think the Cowboys 100% are taking a guard in the first 2.
Yep.
They're taking a guard at either 26 or 58.
Okay, did you download the image?
Yep.
Okay, so for this draft, out of all of our drafts, where does this one rate? Because this is our own. Where do you think?
If this was the Cowboys draft, I'd be pretty happy.
I would be on the fence a little bit with it. I don't think I'd like it, to be honest. If those were the top 4 picks, I love the Kincaid just better be a fucking 1,000-yard, 10-touchdown tight end. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, if he does that, but then Dak Prescott gets blitzed up the middle and killed because we didn't take a guard.
Hey, and Osiris Torrance better be
for sure,
top 10 guard in the NFL.
Without a doubt.
What are we? I like the grades because it's at least a consistency.
Yep.
But I would be fine with this tight end and halfback because I'm going to keep the same high praise on all the players right now to try to keep that consistent in my head. So Zavala too, I'm like, I think he can start in the NFL.
As long as he starts, I'm happy.
So, so I think EJ Savage is saying I think Zavala is better than PFF gives him credit for. He does have an injury though, and then Stephen White reminds us, and we gave up a next year's pick. Actually,
Yeah.
next year and the year after.
Yeah, we did.
We gave up.
Because we're crazy. But we did give up a third round. But we said we were doing that because we had to get the last guard. We had to get the last guard on the board.
Yeah.
And we got Charbonnet.
I'm not.
And we looked at our tier.
Okay, so
Looked at our tier.
I like Charbonnet's pick. I actually like Dalton Kincaid, but I agree with Anth. I am disappointed that as we're talking through it, it's like, damn it, yeah, we drafted with emotion on those top ones over top, and I can't remember who was still available outside of for the guards besides.
There's just more depth at tight end than there is at guard. Like you could probably still get a decent tight end in the third or fourth round.
Yes.
Where guards ends up being a crapshoot.
We could have still got a guard.
Yep.
We could have had Charbonnet, and then fucking
you
round
switch-
3 would have been a tight
Okay,
end.
if you have Osiris Torrance or even if we would have had Steve Avila
Yep.
at 1,
Yep.
which I think is a reach for him. But even if you had one of those guys and then a tight end at 3, I would be pretty happy with this draft.
Yeah. Me too.
But who knows? Maybe Zavala ends up being a fucking beast, and then this is the draft of all time. I'm just glad that we did get Kincaid on the big board now because we'd never taken him, so we're gonna be able to add him. And I do like the fact that we did a few more rounds. Like I'm glad we did 7-rounder.
Yeah.
Well, if you give up the third round pick to move number 26 up, you change the draft, says Stephen White.
If you what? Sorry?
If you give up the third round pick to move number 26 up, you change the draft. So I think earlier on when we were trying to make those trades, he was trying to.
Special guest appearance.
Oh,
Hey.
Gare Bear.
Centaurs.
Yeah.
He's got his Winnipeg Blue Bombers and his.
And he's got the Seahawks rocking.
on a Cowboys draft.
Well, let's hear from Gary. Gary, who you guys taking with at 5?
Who are the Seahawks taking?
Or what do you want? What position do you want to draft at 5th overall?
Sure. I haven't watched it that much.
Well, just say what position that you think the Seahawks need to get better at.
They need I think, a really good running back.
There. Don't say that because we want the really good running back.
That's what they need. A really good running back. Okay.
We're just popping in.
See ya.
That you heard it
Bombers.
here. You heard it here.
You heard it first.
The CFL Bombers need a running back. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks need a running back.
So what he was saying is, if you moved up with that third round into the first,
Yeah, because so what Steven, when you were making those trades earlier, he was trying to say try to trade a third round and try to trade a third round pick.
but we didn't know who we wanted to move up for.
Exactly.
So that's the
Yeah.
thing. Because
I'm not,
Hindsight's 2020, my
I'm
friend.
not disappointed with this one. I mean, look, we got an A-. Arguably, outside of our last one, this is one of the best drafts that we've done. I think we made some calculated moves. We did make the error in Chandler Zavala, possibly, but at the same time, if PFF was wrong and he was a B, and he's going to be a good dog,
He's a second. He's a tier 2
yeah,
on our draft.
we hit needs. We hit needs. I've been saying this since our very first draft. I don't like tight end at 1. I've said that since the very start. But
Yep.
Kincaid, he's ranked 10. So maybe if he falls to 26, he's a type of guy that you have to take.
So
And that's what we did.
think back when we drafted Kincaid. That's what we were kind of debating.
Yeah, we were like, he fell,
and we
gotta
saw
take
that he
him.
was a 10 ranked, and we were going to take Osiris, but for me, I like Zavala. I know he is 100% a step down from Osiris, and so it wasn't the smart choice.
But Kincaid's also a step up from any of the tight ends you're going to get in
That's
the third
true.
or fourth round. So it's tomatoes, right? All right, so Wednesday night, what's the plan Wednesday night? We're going to be doing... Well, we're going to be the main event. We got the main event. We got a couple guests. We got EJ Savage is going to be in the house. We also have Tony Goat Romo
Yep.
hopping on. So we're going to have a couple guys in studio. Well, not in studio, but on the air.
We're going to try to wrangle some dudes from the grid, too.
Couple guys on the grid. That's going to be the night before the draft, before the big draft. I feel like we're going into this thing prepared, though, guys.
Absolutely, 100%.
At least tenfold more than we were last year.
Yes.
oh yeah, I mean, and this year we can actually look onto, like, as things are happening, we can actually look in. So I'm excited. I'm excited to not be at the draft, to actually see what everything is going to happen.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Okay, we will be back on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. CT, 9 p.m. EST. All right, bandwagon boys over there.
Woo!
They love the draft. They got their UCLA boys. They loved it.
Oh yeah, trips UCLA.
And for me, Anth Best, we out, son. We'll be back Wednesday.
Peace!
Bye.